Every beginning has an end, and every end is a new beginning. And it was really a great pleasure to accompany you throughout your journey in the Celta world. And I'm very happy and proud of all of you. And I'd like to say congratulations on completing your Celta course successfully. Before we start, please give yourselves a round of applause to celebrate this lovely moment. You deserve it.
First of all, Mohammed, thank you so much. I think it's been really great to have you as a tutor for this very important second phase. I think we all struggled a little bit. The course is quite intensive at the start, so you really need to kind of get a grip of everything that's happening around you. But I think in the second part, particularly for all the teaching practices, your feedback, your due diligence, your care has been really excellent. So, thank you again. Then a huge thank you to all my colleagues here, particularly Rafael for turning off my microphone during TP4. Thank you, Rafael.
You are welcome.
Joanna, the Lancashire lass, Isabel, and of course Amanda. It's been wonderful. It really has been a feeling of camaraderie and team spirit. The chats on our student group. It's been wonderful all around, and I've learned so much, quite frankly, from all of you. Not just the feedback, but from all the little tricks and the techniques that you've been using, Amanda, for all her technical prowess, Raphael, Joanna. So it's been a wonderful learning curve for me, and really looking forward now to the next phase. I hope we can all keep in touch with each other. I know that we're in different places doing different things, but let's try to catch up. Brussels is not very far off for most of you, so let's do it.
It's very
Anyway, thank you
important.
so much for everything.
Much appreciated, Lalit. All the very best.
Before I started the course, I had a friend called Charles. Now, Mohammed, you might remember him from last year. He's one of my colleagues.
Yes.
And yeah, interesting guy. And I told him I was doing this Celta course, and he said, wait, who are your tutors? So I mentioned Beta and I mentioned Mohammed, and he said, now Mohammed's slick. You just wait, but he's slick. And he wasn't wrong. So to have that feedback from last year and still going into this year with the same opinion has been it's a delight. So thank you very much. I think I probably did come into this a little bit, not cocky, but thinking, oh, I already know what I'm doing. And honestly, I didn't. I've learned so much from the system of making it student-centered, and learn that I can still keep my personality and keep it professional as well. And I think that's very important because I don't want to lose either of them. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And for the rest of you, well, I think we've all put up with each other very well, having to give each other negative and positive comments. It's not easy. Mm-hmm. And I think it's been very beneficial. And I really do hope that we can stay in touch. And we're all in Europe somewhere. So, yeah, it's been a real pleasure, and I wish you all the best.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Joanna, for these lovely comments and moments here or feedback that you shared. And please, my kind regards to Charles.
Yeah, I'll let him know.
Please. Thank you.
Yeah, I think, at times this course has felt a bit like torture, for all of us. And and I think, it has at times been overwhelming. And I think, Mohammed, it was really under your watch that it started to come together for me, because, your attention to detail felt almost a bit excessive at the beginning. But by the middle, I was really starting to understand, what I still needed to do. And you felt so invested in us. It really felt as if it was important to you that we did our best. And that I really responded to that. That really worked for me. I found it hard, but it was, I think, what I needed personally. So thank you very much for that. And in general, yeah, for me, having this little support group, especially at those sort of most stressful moments, knowing that we were all rooting for each other and that there was always someone there that was, could help us with, I don't know, some little technical problem or give us a bit of feedback on, on our lesson plans. That was such a big deal. And, we couldn't have been, I think, luckier. It's been a really positive, supportive group, really, really nice and totally disparate group of people, let's be honest. I mean, we're all 5 of us totally different, aren't we? But somehow I think, maybe that was particularly useful, I think, for all of us. Yeah.
Yeah,
So thanks
absolutely.
to you. It's really been great. Thanks to Mohammed and thanks for the whole team.
Thank you so much, Isabel. And they are your colleagues in blood, sweat, and tears.
They really are. You're damn right on that one. Absolutely. Yeah.
So I don't have much to say, but I'm really grateful that I had a great group of cohorts to work with, and they're very supportive, and I feel like it could have been much worse. So I was very lucky, I think, to have such a great group to work with, and everyone's so supportive and nice, and it didn't feel like people were trying to compete with each other or outdo, but they were trying to help each other to improve, and that was really important, and it was a really good environment, and I think Mohamed's a great tutor, and he was really helpful. At first, I felt like he was beating us over the head, but I think that it was a very good beating. It really, I think, helped me to improve, and I think I've improved a lot because of his feedback, both negative and positive, or encouraging, and that's all I have to say.
Thank you so much, Amanda. And we are really lucky as well to have you in this course, and proud of all what you have really achieved throughout all stages. Well done.
To be honest, I have too many things to say at the same time, but I think for me this course was more than what I expected it to be. I've been having a rough time, and I think this training was kind of something that helped me tremendously to get me back in shape, I could say. And I think it was plausible. It was, I managed to do it because of all of you, It was gradual, it was step by step, but it was, I remember my first TP, I was so overwhelmed by almost everything, it was at some point almost to the point where it was almost like a shutdown, and but step by step,
exactly,
you notice things, you notice what's happening, you can forestall almost what they are going to answer, and I guess thank you for everything that you've done for me, and I'm glad I had all of you to support, and I'm just glad about everything that you've done. I'm sorry it's going in every direction possible, but unfortunately I'm like this.
You are great, Raphael, and thank you so much for these lovely feelings. All right, one last time, congratulations everyone. Yes.
That's very, very Korean. You have to do this kind of thing all the time, and then
exactly. And all right, one last time, congratulations everyone one more time on completing your setup course successfully. And as I always say, be the best teacher you'd like to be. Thank you so much, and all the very best. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks.
Really, thanks, Mohammed.